Yo, hey, we here for a live, man. It's been a minute since myself and my boy chilling with Dylan. Ever since we've been back on a live, So I mean, Raw was great, man. But before we do go live, I want to let some other members know that we are live. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them know that we are live on IG. Dylan, also let the runner ropers run the ropers. let our community over here as well know that we are live over on the gram, so that way we can have a crowd, bro. Because Raw yesterday was pretty good, man. It was
pretty good and surprisingly pretty good considering that it was a pre-taped show. We got to remember it was a pre-taped show.
Yeah. You did say that that the joint was pre-taped, man. But I feel like they're gonna have to, and you've mentioned this too. They're gonna have to find a way to work around these pre-live shows. So y'all just give us a second. We about to go ahead and let the community know that we are live talking about Raw from last night. Tap in. Live now. But yeah, Raw overall, I'm trying to see if I liked Raw better than SmackDown. I don't think I liked it better than SmackDown just because my boy Shinsuke came back. But just overall, I think it's leading up to. I think Raw last night got me questioning what's going to happen after Survivor Series. Because, again, I'm just wondering, okay, after Survivor Series, is this bloodline stuff going to be dead? You know, is Jimmy and Jay going to, be tag teams up into WrestleMania? Like what's going on with that?
Well, it's interesting when you say, like, is the bloodline going to be dead, right? Because how could it be dead? They keep signing more and more family members.
Well, I'm talking about the OG bloodline, bro.
Bloodline.
Like even Seth Rollins made some great comments, bro. He was just like, why would we want to put Roman Reigns back in charge? And we know what this man did. So, like, we cannot forget the history that Roman Reigns has had. Like, let's not erase how this man literally dominated. The Roman Reigns was on top for so long, bro.
Yeah.
That we forget that he battled Daniel Bryan, aka Bryan Danielson, and Edge at WrestleMania
Stacked
years
them.
ago.
Stacked them and pinned them.
Stacked them and pinned them and sent them to AEW.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Bryan Danielson has been in AEW for years, bro. That's showing how long Roman Reigns has been on top, bro. So we can't just erase all of this stuff and just be like, okay, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm loving about Seth Rollins in this picture. That's what I'm loving about how Jimmy and Sami Zayn, even though I feel like it still was too quick to, accept Roman's apology, him saying ye, them doing, like, I still feel like by next week, they all should have came back together and be like, we ready. Because look what Roman did to Jay in a Hell in a Cell I Quit match, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude Roman was a menace for years.
Oh, yeah.
What's the move after Survivor Series? Because I cannot see
Roman
in a face.
And we got to remember, too, we also got to remember, too, right? It's not just after Survivor Series. This is going to be another long, drawn-out build to WrestleMania. We got to get Rock and Roman at WrestleMania. We just have to.
So what we do with Solo?
What do we do with Solo?
What we do with Jacob? You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a perfect match. That's a perfect match right there, though.
Solo and Jacob versus Solo.
Yeah, that or
Jacob versus Solo,
or you do that. You have them split after. Let's just say my theory on that, right, is just like say, and it doesn't have to be Survivor Series Wargames, but let's just say eventually we get tension, right? Because they've even teased it a couple times here and there on some SmackDowns that Jacob Fatu is on another level, man. He's going to be coming for Solo's titles, his fake tribal chiefness very, very soon.
I don't think we're gonna see Jacob trying to take the the tribal chief throne, bro.
I'm saying if we're going with a split route, like if you're saying that,
even if we go a split route, I can see them having like Royal Rumble. Some way, somehow, we gotta have Roman versus Jacob. Like it has to happen.
yes. Yeah,
and it has to happen at a major big PLE. So I can see that potentially happening at the Royal Rumble. I cannot see Roman fighting in the Royal, maybe, but then the bloodline. So look, let's see. And I don't even know how we got there. This is what Run the Ropes is. And I'm calling y'all Army because I know we got some of the members of the Army over here, but this is Run the Ropes. This is the definition of us over here because we are so passionate about wrestling and talking about it that we get on whole different conversations before we even get to the main point. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all gonna have y'all appetizers over here. This is just the appetizer before we get to, talk about Monday Night Raw. But I definitely can see Roman and like everybody wants that match, bro. Roman and Jacob at Royal Rumble. Roman Reigns potentially win. This could be the first match because we've seen Royal Rumbles where the first match, competitors are still in the main, the main Royal Rumble match, and then we can have the bloodline cost Roman Reigns the match in the Royal Rumble. They can interfere, toss some more. So it's a lot we can do. But
I definitely can see Roman being in the Rumble match, though, 100%.
Yeah, same. And then them costing him. Like I can see them definitely costing him. The match.
Someone did put a quick little comment though. I think that they should tape. This is talking about the pre.
A lot of people. We got a lot of comments in here. Go ahead.
This is talking about in reference to the pre-tape shows, right? So I think that they should have taped different angles after the fans leave the building in order to throw curveballs. Now, I don't know if you picked up on this during the broadcast. Dude, they piped in a lot of crowd noise.
Yo, the first when Jade and Bianca came in.
Yes.
Like that was the first because I rewatched Raw earlier today, bro. And I always tell you that. Like I watched last night. I'm walking around, I'm busy, I'm trying to do shoe stuff, family stuff. Well, I was still watching wrestling, but then the next day I could really sit down and but when I heard Bianca and Jade came out, I'm just like, how did the noise go from to I'm just like,
Yep.
Like
it was very strange, right?
It was very strange, bro.
It was very noticeable. Sometimes, I mean, listen, it's a pre-tape show, right? So you got to remember, for the people in the audience too, they're getting a full Raw, and then they're getting another pre-taped Raw after the fact. So the crowd ain't going to be.
The crowd is kind of dead. Yeah,
the crowd's going to be dead as it is
for 2 hours of and maybe that's another reason why Raw went to 2 hours, bro. Because nobody's going to want to sit through 6 hours of wrestling. I mean, some people will, bro. Don't get me wrong. But for 6 hours for 2 Raw tapings is the equivalence of a WrestleMania and a half.
And the pre-show and a kickoff and all that stuff. Yeah. So
man, shout out to the people that we got up in the chat, man. We definitely appreciate y'all. Say I think they should take different angles afterward. The fans leaving the building in order to throw curveball. It's bad. It's bad. Jacob versus Gunther. The only way I can see this is where things can get good, bro. Like if we had a strong force like Imperium, versus the bloodline, like the bloodline stuff can live on, bro, but it needs to separate from bloodline versus bloodline to just bloodline trying to, just run havoc, bro, because once the Roman and Jimmy and Jay stuff is over with, like I would like to see other factions fight. Like you remember back in the day, bro, where you used to have like the Corporation versus the Ministry of Darkness.
Oh, yeah.
Or you would have like
well, they're kind of going in that direction on Raw, right? With the Final Testament and the Wyatt Six. Think about that. Those are two big factions. And I know we talked about this already. You're kind of iffy on this whole thing.
I'm iffy on both of them factions, bro.
Yeah,
both of them factions. Don Juan say, I'm old school with it. Dusty Rose. Oh, yeah. Man, as soon as I seen Dusty Rose, my man's already showing his age right there. The Road Warriors. Yeah, bro. Man, RP to all them guys, bro. Real talk, because a lot of them guys not even with us no more, man. But as far as how Raw started off, we had basically the return of Rhea Ripley. You had,
which we gotta. I mean, that's a whole already.
I didn't know whether to call her Undashing Rhea because she had like the Undashing Cody Rhodes face mask, or I didn't know if to call her Kobe Rhea because you remember Kobe had Kobe had the mask protector too. Rip Hamilton had it. So it just gave me like, basketball vibes with it, man. But I do feel like that's a dope they had to do it that way. And it's crazy because in my head, when we were talking about Rhea returning and things, I meant to tell you like she got to return with like some kind of face mask, bro. Like even what was SummerSlam it was when it was Undertaker versus Undertaker, and he had the orbital mask on. You remember?
Yep.
And that was classic. Like that was like when you think of like Undertakers, you think of the Undertaker SummerSlam with the orbital mask over his face. Like it was iconic. Like hopefully Rhea does some things with that mask to kind of give her like a persona, with that, man. But
they were definitely working us though. So like
SummerSlam 94. Yep, you're right, bro. There was 94 SummerSlam.
They were definitely working us though, right? I mean, obviously there are legitimately injuries in there too, but also there's scripted stuff too that they throw in there with let's just write them off TV for a while. For me, this one didn't make any sense because to have her come back, if it was a legitimate orbital injury, she'd be off the shelf for much longer than that.
Yep.
She was also, and I don't know if you watched the UFC fights or whatever, but she was just literally at Madison Square Garden at the UFC with Damian Priest and Triple H and Stephanie. They were all sitting there. She ain't got nothing wrong with her face, bro.
Hey,
no
orbital mask there, man. And then she hit her straight with a headbutt too. Like, I'm like, bro, man, like we gonna get it, man. I don't get the purpose of this. This is the definition of an AEW War Games, bro. Hear me out. I feel like they are literally just throwing these women in the match to say that they have a War Games match. Like Bianca and Jay don't care nothing about what Rhea got going on with, Liv Morgan. EO is in damage control trying to take, like, it's just, bro, it's too much going. It's just it's like a splatter paint, bro. It's not like like the bloodline stuff is a masterpiece. Like we know why this is here. Like this is a Mona Lisa, and then we just gonna throw all these women together. This person don't like this person. They just had a match, like the women's War Game match. Hopefully it surprises us, bro. But maybe that'd be for tonight.
It does have the potential to be pretty good. But you make a good point. They spend so much time and effort into the whole bloodline storyline. I feel like that literally takes up about
everything
70 to 80% of all the writers and every thought process.
Everything is invested in the bloodline.
Correct. Yeah,
and they put all the eggs in one basket.
And it shows when it comes to the women's stuff, like you just said, they're just throwing everybody in the match because, well, they're on TV. We can kind of intermingle them from different shows here and there, and we'll just put them in the War Games match.
How do you feel about the return of the hardcore belt? I don't know if they actually bringing back the hardcore belt. I didn't hear that they were actually bringing it back. But then again, things will change when things go to Netflix, bro. I think we're gonna see.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the Travis Scott thing.
Travis Scott, I seen Travis Scott did get the a customized hardcore belt at Complex Con, along with the Mankind shirts and the Mankind hoodies. Yeah. Need it. I need a Mankind shirt and a Mankind hoodie, but Raw going to Netflix, Dylan, and I told you, bro, January 6th, in a sense, is almost like a PLE. Like they hyping up, they doing it in LA. We're gonna have Travis Scott live. Like that's gonna be a major Raw. I think that may be one of the Raws where we see some returns.
I think we're gonna get a lot of surprises.
A lot of surprises.
I think they've already announced too, that we're gonna have some legends coming back for that. Like they're really gonna jam pack this thing for Netflix. This is gonna be a real
playing that day, bro.
What do you mean to actually go?
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Bro,
Where is it? Where is it again? It's in LA, right?
In LA, yup. Yeah. Wifey already looked at me, was like, quick turnaround. I'm like, hey. I'm like, we definitely ain't go to Disney, so we see. Oh, my man said Goldberg. Could we see?
That would be good.
That would be
good.
That would be the perfect time, though, bro.
That would be the perfect time.
Perfect time, like Goldberg. Maybe potential Goldberg and Gunther at Royal Rumble, but why bring Goldberg to have his final match at the Royal Rumble and lose?
No, it ain't gonna do that. I think that it's gonna be something that's actually a really good. That's a really good theory, man. I think that could be really good because they can set that up, right? He appears at the Netflix show, and they can start building that for Mania. You're gonna have John Cena there too.
Oh, Cena's already. Well, of course,
so It's gonna be fun. They're really pumping this too, bro, with all the promotions and stuff that they're
No, they
doing.
going
So,
crazy. They going
and the
crazy.
official ratings are out now too. If did you see that? So
I
for
did.
Raw,
What
it's gonna
they
be
give me?
Raw. It's gonna be TV 14, and I guess when SmackDown has some stuff on there too, because as far as I'm concerned, I don't think SmackDown's gonna be on there every week.
I didn't know SmackDown was even going to be
But
on Netflix.
I did see something that SmackDown, whenever they do have something on there, it's TV mature. So we're pretty much going to be gone with the PG era. The only thing
Oh
that's
yeah,
going to
PG era is over, bro. They going to Netflix. It's over with, bro. I told wifey that's when I'm gonna cancel cable. As soon as Raw go to Netflix, it's over with. It's
yeah,
over with.
right.
I'm gonna find a way to watch SmackDown. SmackDown right now is the premier product until Raw goes to Netflix.
Absolutely.
When Raw go to Netflix, bro, it's gonna be over because again, what they say they wanted CM Punk. That may be when we see CM Punk come back. You know, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre. I feel like we've been missing their presence on Raw, bro.
I think they're gonna be at the Rumble though.
Mario, what's up? You say feel bad for SmackDown because all must watch athletes go to Raw. You really don't see a lot of like, you know, remember back in the day they had LeBron James in the crowd or they have Shaq. Like all of this was on Monday Night Raw. So he is low key kind of right. You know, that feels bad that SmackDown don't get as much of the athletes, but hopefully that changes it up, bro. But I'm glad the PG era is leaving. What we have next, Dylan?
Oh, well, I know that we had the I don't know if it was in the order, but I know that we had obviously Sheamus versus Gunther, or not Gunther, Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker. Why did I say Gunther?
I don't know, bro. Louis Kaiser came out and
that's probably why, yeah.
Which
another thing is weird about that.
I don't know though, bro. I like
listen to me for a real second. I'm gonna go on a slight little tangent on this. Okay?
Talk to me.
Because the past couple weeks, with all these little backstage segments and Gunther telling Ludwig, oh, you know, you got to be your own person, you got to be your own man. It's like almost they're kind of planting seeds that they almost want him to be a face now. Because they don't want Ludwig interrupting Gunther in his promos. They don't want him interrupting and going against guys and talking down to his opponents. He's kind of trying to be a little bit more respectful. And now that we saw the whole backstage segment with Gunther and Priest and how Priest beat him down, you know, with the whole backstage thing, Gunther asked Ludwig, you know, oh, do you still think I'm the ring general? I don't know. It's a weird type of balance here that they're trying to go with. He's definitely not a pure heel right now. You can't say he's a pure heel.
I mean, he attacked Damien. He attacked Damien in the back, bro. Like
after that backstage segment, though.
After that backstage segment, right? So you feel you thinking that they're using Ludwig to kind of like gaslight Gunther into doing because underhanded things.
Bro, here's a good analogy. You're gonna get this one. Remember when they did this whole thing with Shawn Michaels? Oh, he lost his smile.
Mm-hmm.
Or they're kind of doing it with Gunther, and they're being like, oh, well, he lost his confidence right now
because he lost to Cody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Damien saying like he can't beat him, and like definitely he's gonna get this win. But my thing is, this is what I don't want to happen. I don't want them to turn him face. I feel like Ludwig stepping up and becoming like Ludwig could potentially be a mid card star, bro. Like he showed potential, and why I say he showed potential is because he didn't just go out there and beat down Sheamus. He beat down Braun too. Like, yo, bro, like
I know,
like it's my time. Like, I need to look good for my girl. That's what I'm getting. I like Tiffany. I always feel like the if you got a couple in the WWE, the woman is always the star, and the guy's low key trying to keep up.
Yeah.
Other than Becky and Seth.
Yeah, they're the powerhouses.
Seth, like you got Bianca, and I see my boy Montez. Montez need a heel turn, bro. He needs a heel turn. Then you got Tiffany Stratton and Ludwig, like, hey, bro, like my girl about to be the women's champion soon. Like I don't want to be the boyfriend of the women's champion. We got those already, bro. So I don't know, man. We'll see what it is. I'm wondering with that match, is Sheamus gonna get that big win, though, bro? Sheamus has been fighting to get this Intercontinental Championship for almost 2 years.
Yeah, it's kind of
you have yet to get it, man.
Yeah, it's kind of again similar to what with the women, right? It's almost like they really don't know what to do with Sheamus. Ever since he came back, right? it's just been trying to vie for like one of these mid-card titles.
Yep.
And it's always a mix between Ludwig, Braun Breaker. You know, before Ilya Dragunov got hurt, it was him. I mean, Butch or Pete Dunne or whatever you want to call him. It's
all
like
mid-carders, bro. It was
all this little revolving circle.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, Sheamus is getting up there in age too, bro. He's been around for a long time. People forget.
Been around since the mid 2000s, bro.
Yeah.
Like 2010, 2009, he got in there. So it's not like Sheamus is got in there 2017. Like, bro, 15 years in the game.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He 15 years in, bro. So I don't know if Sheamus might be in that like Bobby Lashley like situation where you're a great mid-carder, but do they see you as a main eventer? Do they? I can't see them putting Sheamus in a main title picture, bro.
Like not right now. Definitely not right now.
I can't see like with the jam-packed roster that they have, and that Triple H is trying to bring back Attitude Era-esque. Like my man said up in here, hardcore title would be great. Now we need more. With a packed roster, y'all going to Netflix 3 hours. We need more gold. Bring back the European. Y'all got a lot of European wrestlers.
Yeah.
Like NXT UK was great.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of foreign wrestlers, bro. From like even going to NXT, bro, from Gallus. You know, Ilya Dragunov, Sheamus. You got
even Gunther came from there.
Gunther, Pete Dunne. I mean, and I'm just saying Sheamus and Finn Balor just as far as European wrestlers, but bring that European title, you got a lot of European wrestlers, yo.
Yeah. Nope.
Have William Regal come out, do a tournament for the European Championship, bring it back. You got a stacked roster, but you don't got enough gold to go around.
Yeah, I agree.
Bring back the hardcore title. Like if we doing PG-14, like
the problem with the hardcore title is when they brought it back the last time, it was kind of a joke.
Yeah,
it turns into this 24/7 championship type.
Crash Holly made it famous though, bro.
Well, back then it was cool. It was something unique.
Oh, not that trash 24/7.
But that's what I'm saying. When they brought it back, sorry, you cut out, man. No, when they brought it back, they turned it into that 24/7 championship because the hardcore title was always, you know, anywhere, anytime, any place.
Yep.
Then they turned it into this, like, you know, it was kind of a mockery. Exactly.
Yep. It was a mockery of it.
Yeah,
it
they
definitely
can't be
was
doing
a mockery
that.
of it. But yeah, like my man say Pete Dunne. Like Pete Dunne is somebody that what belt would you put on Pete Dunne? You know what I'm saying? Like they not gonna put Intercontinental, not US. Definitely, he ain't been in the World Heavyweight Championship. No. You know, up a third tier title.
Yeah, the European belt would be dope.
So bad that makes sound so bad, but it means so much right now when you got hella talent. Like the main titles just get flip flop from Seth. Like if it's Raw, Seth Rollins gonna have a world title, or CM Punk, or Gunther, or Damian Priest, or Drew McIntyre. Like those really the only 5 guys. Braun Breaker eventually. But it's really like only 6 guys on Raw that you can see holding that title, bro.
Yeah, so like again, it's always a revolving door, right? They just keep the same guys on top. Let me see. Yeah, 24/7 championship is the gimmick title. Facts. No, we didn't give our predictions yet on who's going to win at War Games. We're going to be doing a live pre-show for that, a prediction show.
War Games.
Yep. Yeah. Which is next week already, man. It's kind of crazy.
Did you guys say who wins the new tribal? Okay, for the for Survivor Series. Yeah, I'm gonna say that one, bro. I don't even want to say. I don't want to say who I think gonna win. I want to say who needs to win, and we're gonna get to that when we do the Survivor Series predictions. But what else do we have on Raw, bro?
You had Rey and Zelina versus Gable and Ivy Nile. Again, another kind of throwaway match, right?
I guess it's throwaway with what, bro? Throwaway with what? What was the point?
It's a throwaway with Zelina, bro. She would have been a perfect person to be in the mix for a War Games match. Not dealing with this whole LWO stuff, man. Like the whole thing with the LWO, again, we touched on this a while ago. It never took off from the first place. It ain't that it's over with. It never started. You know what I mean? You know, Ray's still doing it. He's got bad knees. He's still running around the ring, but
I think the match was supposed to hype up and make American Made just more vicious. Like he was smacking him in the face. Like it was. They could have said that for a backstage segment, bro.
It came off weird too, because
it came off very weird. Like a backstage segment would have been perfect, but doing it in the center of the ring, it was just weird. Like
the crowd didn't notice too.
Didn't care.
The crowd, it was a pre-tape show. The crowd had no reaction, and they tried to pump in some of that music, that sound. It was very strange. I didn't like
no reaction at all. Culturally controversial said, "Would a wise man be back at War Games?" Yeah, I got a plan. I got a plan on that one. I'm gonna hold that one off. Because I don't think Shall I just save it, Dylan?
What you think? Nah, I mean we're gonna have a prediction show, but you
Paul Heyman is definitely not coming back for Team OG. He's definitely not. Okay. I can see, bro, in a crazy world, Paul Heyman comes back with Brock Lesnar. That is perfect. That is perfect. Especially like if Brock Lesnar comes back, he had all the controversy last year. Him coming back with Paul Heyman, that's perfect. All right. Or Paul Heyman coming back. See, if Paul Heyman came back for the mouthpiece for The Rock, it don't make sense because The Rock can hold his own.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Brock Lesnar, or he comes back for the new bloodline. Him coming back for Roman Reigns makes no sense. Roman wasn't there when Paul needed him, so Paul's not going to be there for Roman when Roman needs him.
I was just going to say that.
Paul Heyman was calling Roman when Solo and it was taking over. The Tongas came in. He was calling Roman. Roman wasn't picking up.
Yep.
He giving him the same energy now, bro. He changed his number. He changed his number.
Bro, that was a good end credit too, bro. That was like an end scene from like a Marvel movie. You know what I'm saying? Like an extra scene. You had Roman. So
could there be a third bloodline? It could be a third bloodline, bro. Like they still got to, bro. Real talk. They got.
That's why I said,
bro, if they do Zilla, they just signed. Who did they just sign, bro?
Lance Anawahi.
You got Zilla, Lance, Hikuleo. That's 3. Yep. I'm sure they got 2 more somewhere somehow, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I told you before when you said after Survivor Series and after this year, like, oh, is the bloodline going to be done? I just can't see it. There's still so many possibilities. You also got to remember, we talked a while ago too, that they signed Armando Estrada to a Legends contract. I'm still waiting for him to come in as a manager for somebody else.
He got to come in. He got to come in. Armando Estrada on the microphone for Umaga's son. If they don't make that happen, bro,
travesty.
That's the biggest flop WWE could do. And it's to the point where he can come, like Zilla can come in by himself, bro. If he comes in by himself with Armando, he don't need the bloodline. I feel like the bloodline is gonna try to, gonna try to get him again, y'all. This is Runner Ropes. Meeting. Well, we're gonna run y'all from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, but at the end, we're gonna lock back in the middle of the ring. I know this is a Raw recap, and we talk about everything under the sun. But again, me and my boy Dylan, we passionate about this. So if y'all hear that, make sure y'all smash that thumbs up. Make sure y'all subscribe over here if you guys are new as well. Now, we just talked about the tag team match with American Made. That was bad to have American Made lose again, bro. Like since they became American Made, I think they won maybe 1 or 2 matches. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 1 or 2. I don't get the point. It's almost, I feel like Chad Gable was more over when he was with American Alpha, doing the stuff, smacking him in the face and beating him up than he is now with a better tag team, bro.
Yeah.
He had a better team, and I feel like he's not even as over as he was when he was with American Made.
He was more over getting dominated by the Wyatts.
Facts. Facts. It's like Muggs is losing their steam now, bro. Ever since the bloodline storyline came back in full effect, everything just took a backseat, bro.
It's facts.
Everything took a backseat. Next match we had, bro, was the War Raiders. Are they the War Raiders now again? Okay, you had the War Raiders, bro. They names and changed so many times.
Oh, I know.
I'm trying to make sure I'm saying the right team now.
Yep.
War Raiders versus Carlito and Dom Judgment Day is so, bro. They need to kill this stuff too. But it's setting up for the War Raiders to take these tag titles off of Finn Balor and JD McDonough. I still feel like JD McDonough and Finn Balor are still gonna do some things together once this bloodline thing, bloodline. Once this
Judgment Day,
Judgment Day thing, split up because two Irishmen. I feel like they cool in real life, bro. I feel like they might stick them two, together, but they definitely gonna lose the titles in Survivor Series, or if they do it before Survivor Series. But War Raiders definitely beating them.
Yeah, and I think it needs to happen too. Like we talk about this a lot too. They haven't defended those titles in. I mean, I don't even know how many days, bro. They might as well just not even have the belts because they're just sitting there doing nothing. You got to start giving some of these.
Dirty Dom versus Finn Balor song. For what though? Dom is
Dom can't be a baby face, bro. Nah. It won't work. I don't think his character will ever allow him for it to work. The
only way his character will work is if he say his dad some way somehow. Like Ray getting the brakes beat off of him, and then Dom comes out. That's the only thing that's gonna save Dom.
Yeah.
Other than that, he's cemented as Dirty Dom.
Yep.
He's cemented. But yeah, I feel like that just set up for the War Raiders to take the tag titles from them eventually. What else we had, bro?
You also had the whole Miz Karrion Kross promo backstage with Bo Dallas, the little, package, basically morphing and transforming into Bray Wyatt.
That's what it looked like
in front of our eyes. So I'm gonna show you guys a little quick picture so you guys can see. I mean,
that's so scary. It's damn near scary.
Like, if you're not telling me that this is Bray Wyatt,
that's Bray
from the early days of the Wyatt family. That's him
in a rocking chair.
Yep.
You wouldn't have been able to tell me that wasn't Bray Wyatt, bro.
Yeah.
Well, what would this do? Hear me out.
You know how I've been on this whole Wyatt 6 thing, so I'm gonna let you take
all
this one.
All this is doing is just having them live in Bray Wyatt's shadow, bro. Like, he's never gonna be. The more y'all try to make him like Bray, I feel like the more he's gonna live in his shadow. Like, they could have did some great things. Like, is he Uncle Howdy or is he Bo? Like, I'm confused, bro. Is he Bo? Is he Bo Wyatt? Is he Uncle Howdy? Like, bro, like, what's going on? What is manifesting from this? You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole picture in my head, bro, is like, I always look at the end game. Shout out to Marvel. I look at the end game. Where are these superstars gonna be when this split? Like, everything in WWE must come to an end.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So who's gonna be the breakout star in this group, bro? I don't see one. Like,
the only star in this group is Bo Dallas. It's Uncle Howdy, right? I mean, I think we talked about this already. I mean, you have pieces in there that can be phenomenal together as a group. It just doesn't seem like it's meshing together very well right now. And they're also, I feel like it's not necessarily their fault either. We talked about this too. I don't think they're putting enough time and energy into developing this storyline right, bro. They're not booking them right. I mean, I said it and I'll say it again. The fact we're gonna have a whole video on this, by the way. Maybe even I'll post it today.
And look, y'all, I'm passionate about this. Y'all gonna see that when we get to talking about Wyatt 6, I let Dylan talk because he's passionate about this. But I do got some 2 cents though, so I'm gonna hear you out.
It's just the fact that you can't have this faction be booked the way that they're being booked. The backstage stuff is pretty cool, and I said from the jump. The 2 groups that are going together, the Final Testament and the Wyatt 6, is a good matchup to have, but you got to look at the stuff prior. You got to look at, again, American Made almost beat them in a clean match. It's just crazy. They came in with one of the greatest debuts in WWE history.
Yep.
I don't think that's an argument. I don't think anybody can argue that.
No.
It was one of the biggest moments in WWE history when they came in, and it seems like ever since, it's like every week. And they also ruined it from the debut too, and I said this from the jump. I mean, I think it was 4 or 5 straight weeks in a row with the tapes. Oh, let's just hand it to Pat McAfee on the show. We'll run a tape. It didn't work.
What about this though, bro? Do you think, or maybe they just not going up against worthy competitors? I'm gonna jog your memory. The Wyatt family didn't really take off until they had that feud with
Shield.
The Shield.
Yep.
But
again, who's worthy as of right now? That's a big staple group. I mean, I think
once this, they gotta, like, if they start fighting like the Bloodline, then all eyes is on it, bro.
Yes.
But they gotta go against worthy opponents, and this could be I don't even want to touch too on this because this is a whole separate video right here, Dylan. The Wyatt 6 versus the Bloodline. That would be something that's it's not gonna help the Bloodline. It's gonna help the Wyatt 6. They the ones that need the help, bro.
Yep.
They the ones that need the help. Because again, bro, even the fact that when the Wyatt family came up from NXT, it wasn't like they were well known. It wasn't like, oh my God, like this is gonna be like we're gonna have Bray Wyatt, he's gonna pass, and years later, like we're gonna look at him as like he's a superstar. Nobody really believed in the Wyatt family, bro, until they started feuding with the Shield. They feuded with John Cena. They feuded with Daniel Bryan. You gotta have these big names involved in order for this to work. If you're going against American Made, you're going against the Final Tech. You're going against teams that ain't did nothing, bro. You're going against teams that ain't did nothing. We're going against low tier teams. They're gonna have to step it up once again. This is why I cannot wait for OG Bloodline versus New Bloodline to be over with. So that way we can start seeing different storylines, like a Wyatt 6 versus the OG or the New Bloodline in War Games. I would have been more fulfilled than Bloodline versus Bloodline. In a sense, it needs to happen. Bloodline Civil War, we already knew it was going to happen. But afterwards, we got other factions that the Bloodline need to beat up on, or that the Wyatt need to beat up on.
Yeah, I agree. Afterwards, they got to.
Like, that's a completely different video. Curtis said WWE doesn't do a good job pushing big guys.
They don't.
Like Eric Rowan's and Omos. 100%, bro. Whereas we talked about that, bro. Omos MVP is gone. Omos' manager is gone.
He's doing podcasts.
WWE, bro, and we can make another video on WWE's biggest flops, bro. They let the Hurt Business leave. Yep. And look at what they're doing over there in AEW right now, bro. It's like they're the main topic. Something that could have been done over here. And like, here we go. We got Hurt Business versus the Wyatt 6. Like, you just threw away a good faction, bro. Or even the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. We never saw that potential.
No. They haven't done.
That was Montez and Dawkins' main event card right there, and it was taken away. Bobby Lashley, I feel like Bobby Lashley MVP. Montez is my dude, and you know that. Like, I personally talked to Montez. I've sold him shoes before. You know, in the DMs we would talk about certain things, but I want better for him because I feel like it's a lot of talent that is being wasted over there in the WWE, bro. And then once they leave, we miss them. I'm missing the Hurt right now, or the Hurt Syndicate. Because look at the work Shelton Benjamin has been doing over there in AEW. My man ain't missed a step.
No. Dude, that's one of the biggest things. I don't even know if I think we touched on this previously too. That's one of the bigger, burials of somebody's career I've ever seen, man. Shelton Benjamin, I mean, you're talking when, he was basically the star of like 4 Money in the Bank ladder matches at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
the guy was an athletic freak, and they were putting him in with. I mean, everybody knows the Shawn Michael moment, right? Coming off of the springboard into the super kick.
Super kick. Yeah,
they just never pushed him to be that guy, and I think he was well deserving, especially in the run too. Like when he came back, it was a perfect time for him to be one of the guys.
It's funny. You my brother, bro. I'm gonna just talk to you straight up. Like, what's funny is, like, and I know you see the stuff on Twitter and stuff. They call like you have 4 black champions. Like The Rock, people don't even look at The Rock as a black champion. Like, real talk. Yeah. I still consider The Rock a black champ. His dad is Soul Man Rocky Johnson. The Rock is half black, half Samoan. The dude, he's still black. We have The Rock. Listen to these names: The Rock, Kofi Kingston, Bobby Lashley, Big E. That's it as far as WWE champions.
Huh?
And who all beat him? And who all beat all of those guys?
Brock Lesnar? Is that who you're talking about?
Brock Lesnar beat
Yeah.
every 2002 SummerSlam. Brock Lesnar beat The Rock.
Dude, Brock Lesnar buried Kofi Kingston. Kofi Mania.
He buried Big E too. Like all of them guys, bro. So the thing is, like when these black athletes go over there to AEW, like look at Swerve. Swerve is on the top 500 wrestlers now, bro. I seen he made a post yesterday. And Swerve, another one of my guys. Mm-hmm. I got his one-on-one wrestling shoes in my room. Like I can call Swerve right now. But the thing is just like when these guys leave, it's like they get that shine, bro. There's no reason why to hurt business, or there's no reason why they dropped the ball on Bobby freaking Lashley and the Street Profits. There's no way that, like, you mean
they're still dropping the ball with the Street Profits, by the way,
bro. And on top of that, Bobby was supposed to go against Bray at WrestleMania before Bray got sick. Mm-hmm. Like that was supposed to be so. It could have been something that was festering up in there, bro. But again, over here, Running Ropes Media, we're gonna run y'all from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, but we're gonna meet right back here in the center. What else happened on Raw, bro?
I mean, I think the main thing at the end, right? Obviously, now we have our speculated. I mean, it's not fully announced yet either. Let's be clear about that. But I think that the way it's heading is now our official Wargames men's match, and I still don't like it. I don't think that it needed to be a 5v5. It didn't need to be. You didn't need to have Big Bronson Reed in there. You didn't need to have Seth Rollins in there.
Hey, real talk. I mess with Bronson Reed in the bloodline, bro.
No, he doesn't. No, hold on. Let me.
Bro, he fits.
He does fit well. Seth does not.
From the all black, like Solo, like Bronson Reed. If they keep Bronson out, if they keep Bronson Reed in the bloodline, the new OG,
he fits perfectly. But the problem with it. Hold on. He does fit perfectly, and I like that he fits perfectly. Seth does not. It doesn't make any sense for him to be teaming up with Roman in any capacity whatsoever.
Seth Rollins, what did I tell you last time what Seth Rollins said, Dylan? And he's going to hold on. Seth Rollins says the next time that him and Roman Reigns is in the ring like that, he's going to stomp his head in the mat.
Yeah, they can't work together. If
I'm holding Seth Rollins to cost the bloodline, they match.
Kind of, right? Yeah, because it makes sense.
It only makes sense, which can lead to a heel Seth Rollins with a face CM Punk going into WrestleMania.
Yes. I like it.
Seth Rollins' heel turn is coming soon. It's coming soon. Some way, somehow, I feel like he's going to win some. Seth Rollins is going to win the World Championship some way, somehow, to go into WrestleMania to face CM Punk. But how you saying, like they trying to make Gunther a face?
Yep.
Face Gunther? Heel Seth Rollins?
Yeah.
It could potentially work. But Bronson Reed definitely needed that dub last night, and I'm glad they gave it to him.
Yeah, obviously interference as well, but yes, he needed it. Yeah, well, I like it too because it puts him in a bigger spotlight in this mix. You know,
Curtis said, "Where is Braun Strowman at?" I know he wanted to get Braun Strowman is injured right now, bro. I think he got like a groin injury or something like that.
Yep,
he's hurt right now.
I'll be doing that Prince Nana dance. Is hilarious.
Nana cool people too, bro. Cool people too, man. But yeah, I love the fact that they got Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Braun Strowman. Jesus, man, it's too many Brauns up in the WWE right now. But yes, I love it, bro. I love the fact, and again, he just gels with them perfect. If they were to keep him with them, I wouldn't be upset, bro. No, he does not have that family ties, but neither does Sammy. You know what I'm saying? Neither does Sammy.
But Dude, so yes, he doesn't have family ties, but Sammy's still part of that OG bloodline. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
not mad. I'm not mad that this is the direction that they're going because it's still going to be a great match. But
Yeah.
I just would have rather preferred it to be to stick with the 4v4 instead of the 5v5. I still just don't think it was fully necessary for them to add Bronson Reed and Seth into the match, but they did, and like you said, Bronson does fit extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And that was pretty much Raw. Again, it was pre-taped. I think we're gonna have another couple pre-tape shows coming up too, because it was announced that I guess Triple H wanted to give some of the talent for Thanksgiving next week off. So I don't know if SmackDown's gonna be pre-taped or if it's gonna be Raw again, but just expect some more spoilers, guys. If you guys are on Twitter, it's kind of unavoidable. So
yeah,
and that's a whole other discussion. Pre-tape shows, yeah, it's good that the talent gets the time off, but it sucks for the fans that we already know what's going to be going down.
It's one of those kind of like when you watching Marvel or something, bro. You just got to stay out the internet for a day, a couple days, to see. But I mean, most of this stuff is predictable, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, you're
right. Kayfabe is dead as well.
You're right.
I guess we just gotta live with what we got. But again, y'all let us know how y'all feel about Raw last night in the comment section below. First and foremost, we want to thank everybody. Corey say he don't watch the spoilers. We want to thank everybody who tapped in with us for this live. Dylan, I would say this has been one of our best lives so far.
Yeah, definitely the best.
Channel over here. We just hit over 600 subscribers not too long ago, so we are building it up. So we appreciate every last one of y'all who is in the building tapping in with us today. Make sure y'all continue this ride with us. We will be going. When the next time we're going live, Dylan?
It depends. I mean, we could do a SmackDown.
We gonna SmackDown live. Right. We talked about that. We gonna trap a SmackDown, y'all.
Try.
We'll try, depending on how we feeling. But PLEs, we gonna be there.
Yes,
we do absolutely. Got the AEW PLE pay-per-view coming up too, bro. So we're not gonna be we're not gonna be all WWE, y'all. We gonna hit y'all with some AEW content as well. I low-key been trying to keep up with TNA too. I'm just ready for WWE to buy TNA at this point, bro. Like
it's so much.
NXT and TNA, they kind of been,
with their partnership, they might as well, right?
They might as well just buy them because WWE is gonna take majority of TNA top stars.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure WWE is gonna eventually get, man. So we here with it. We here with it, man. You guys come through on our show for wrestling. Okay. Hey, me and Dylan, we'd definitely love to be a special guest on y'all podcast. Hit us up on Runner Roach Media IG, man, so we can potentially set up something. And other than that, y'all, again, smash your thumbs up, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. You got your boy Unbreakable.
You got Dylan.
And we out.
Peace.